What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here to talk about some trending topics. And I took some notes this time, so I'm not just talking off my top of my head. The sun is in my face. I didn't put down a little visor. I love the way the sun feels on my eyes. There's nobody in the park. We'd love it. Yeah, they're making a little path in the park, a new path, I guess. Go ahead and like and comment and subscribe. Let me know that you stopped by. All right, so let's see what we're talking about. Okay, that's good. You have to get the focus in, girls. Get it in, girls. So I have a couple topics I want to talk about. Hopefully we can get them done quickly and get out of here, okay? Hopefully I won't have you down here for too long, all right? All right. Okay. Y'all see, do I have him written down here? I do have him written down here. We're going to talk about him real quick. We're going to talk about him because he wants to be talked about. He wants to be talked about. Let's see. There we go. Okay, let me crack the windows. I need to get my car washed this weekend. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about it. First topic, I want to talk about T-Pain. I want to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. I want to talk about Trick Daddy Dollars. We're going to talk about Tristan Thompson, Safaree Samuels, Michael B. Jordan, and Kevin Hart. See how many we could talk about before it's time to go. So we'll see. T-Pain was on his show. It's on Netflix. It is a series, I guess, about, pop culture and people in music and their time in music. T-Pain shares a story with us that at one time Usher, who he considered a friend, told him that he effed up music. And that he effed up music. He effed up music and he effed up R&B because of his use of autotune. Remember, everybody was mad at autotune. Everybody was sick of it. Everybody really thought that, T-Pain, nobody was going to be singing anymore. That really is just a testament to his impact because he's not the first one to use autotune. There was a whole goddamn group named Zap and Roger Troutman was using autotune. So I don't understand. Anyways, I really don't understand where you would say you fucked up music unless you felt like what you were doing was no longer going to be, and like nobody's going to want to consume your type of music, which is not true. It's not true. So, this sounds like some hater shit to me that Usher was on. It wouldn't surprise me if Usher was on some hater shit. He looked like an old hater. He just does. But, what I said yesterday, I posted it on my IG and I said it on Twitter that the moral of this story is like, just be careful. And he says, wait, no, the part that everybody is just like, really like, oh my God about is because T-Pain shared with us that sent him into a depression for about 4 years. And he was really depressed and he kept thinking like, did I really mess up music? Like, why would you say that to somebody who is your friend? Like, I don't know. However, everybody's like, he shouldn't have said that. Why is he saying that? Why is he bringing that up? Because what do I always say? Be mindful of the role that you play in someone's life because one day they are going to tell their story. One day they're going to tell their story. And you got to be mindful. If you don't like the way that the story sounds, then you probably should have played a different role. Everybody has their story to tell, and we all come into people's lives for whatever reason, and we play roles in everybody's life that you come in contact with. That's why it's just so mindful of how you treat other people and the things that you say to other people and how you think that just a small thing like that is, nothing really, but you told somebody that considered you a friend that you ruined R&B music. So he has a right to tell his story. He has a right to share his story. He has a right to. Just like everybody got the right to share their story about how they've experienced Michael Costello. And Eva needs to be quiet. Okay? That's all I have to say about T-Pain. That's nothing. I mean, that's the lesson in that. You know what I'm saying? That's a lesson in that, baby. Sha'Carri Richardson is a 21-year-old from Dallas, Texas.
Even more spectacular than what we just saw.
She's saying, look at me. Look at what I can do. The nails, the hair, the attitude, but the speed.
Texas, who just qualified for the Olympics track and field team. Young black girl breaking records. She broke a record at LSU. And people are policing her image already. First of all, y'all, let me tell you something. I bet 90% of y'all didn't know who this girl was until they've been spotlighting her, right? Because she's going to the Olympics. She has accomplished something great, right? Because the Olympics is a example or an exhibit of the world's greatest athletes, right? And they are going to the Olympics to showcase their excellence. And what do? Black people, we talk about this girl's, the color of her hair. We talk about her nails. We talk about her tattoos. We talk about her thanking her girlfriend for telling her to wear her orange hair so it can look like flames as she dust everybody. And how they said her hair would look like flames as she's running past everyone, and it did. And I'm so proud of this black girl. I'm so proud of her. She ran up to the stands to hug her grandmother. Her mother had just passed away. But we have the community, while there is a thunderous roar of support, right? The people are supporting her. I didn't even know who the girl was. I didn't myself know who the girl was. Okay, I don't know nothing about track and field and the girls, but when I see all those black girls running, I say, yes, yes, yes. I'm excited. I don't give a damn. Run, girl, run. And the fact that people are policing her image as she is accomplishing something great, it's like, I don't care what you have accomplished as long as you look presentable. Remember just 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were down here talking about how dangerous it is that Monique, how she is down here enforcing rules that harm her. And how policing a woman's body, a black woman, leave black women alone while they are achieving greatness and displaying and demonstrating excellence. You are worried about her nails and her tattoos and her hair. And then kind of want to discredit her. She ain't beat no world record. Yes, she did. In her school, yes, she did. Yes, she did. That's why policing black women's bodies is something that we should get away from. It's so sad that this girl has done this, and what are people focused on? And then it's men who are focused. What are y'all doing down there at the track and field? What are you jumping over? Who are you passing the baton to? Because we can really get into some metaphors and how y'all keep dropping the fucking baton and black women have to run themselves into excellence. You want to talk about it? Okay, I don't know if you want to talk about it. But you have to ask yourself, like I said on Instagram last night, you have to ask yourself, when you're going through the rule book of how a black woman should present herself, ask yourself, whose rule book are you reading from? Whose rules are you enforcing? It's really crazy. It's really crazy that this girl, Sha'Carri Richardson, 21-year-old black woman from Dallas, Texas, has achieved this great accomplishment, and we are worried about the wrong motherfucking thing. That's sad. That is really sad, y'all. And that's where Monique is talking about, how Monique feels, and the people who hold her sentiment. That's where that comes in, because where do you stop? Where do you stop policing the body? So they can't wear the bonnet in the airport, and now they can't wear wigs and tattoos and nails at the Olympics, or trying to get into the Olympics, the finals, or the whatever they call them. So now we gotta say, okay, this, you gotta dress a certain way. She gotta wear a fucking suit and an A-line skirt with a damn cardigan running down the damn field for y'all to feel like she gotta present herself well. Like, come on. Like, honestly, think about it. Think about whose rules you're enforcing when you decide to stand over, especially black women. Because we can expect it from black men, because the rules they're enforcing, we already know whose rules they're enforcing. But now you are enforcing the same rules that can be completely turned on you. Be mindful. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Whose rules are you enforcing? Trick Daddy Dollar got down on the internet, on Beyonce's internet, and figured I would say something about somebody because nobody is paying attention to me otherwise. Who can I talk about? Who can I say something completely ridiculous about that could garner me attention? What can I do? What can I say? Because nobody is paying attention to me. So you get on the radio or on a clubhouse and say that Beyonce can't sing, and there's other women in there saying, I don't know what the... Girl, y'all sound so stupid. And y'all sound like some haters. Y'all sound like y'all was just in the hater clubhouse. The hater room. Is that where y'all was? Wasn't that the name of the room? Can't nobody sit up here. That's the problem, is when people say stuff like that, there's no reason for you to go and find examples of Beyonce showing her vocal abilities. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, especially to somebody like Trick Daddy. Especially to somebody like Trick Daddy, the local rapper, who has a few cameras in front of him, so we get to actually see him on a national level. But he ain't nothing but a local rapper. Now, what he said about Jay-Z and Biggie, I'm just going to say there might be some truth. There might be some truth to that. But we're not going to act like Jay-Z is not an amazing talent. I don't know if anybody has ever seen Jay-Z in a creative process, or Jay-Z just walk into the booth and start rapping. I don't know if anybody has ever seen that, but it's amazing to see. It is actually amazing to watch Jay-Z in his creative process. It really is. And for you to say he's not as talented, or he was pushed to the front because of Biggie died, possibly. But did he take the baton and run the fuck with it? Yes, he did. Because we're not going to act like Jay-Z and Beyonce are not... It's just crazy to say Trick Daddy is that old-ass, bitter-ass man in the booth, in the barbershop, in the last booth at the end, near the bathroom, that nobody rents. And he sits there all day with the web of his fingers right here. It's just ashy. It's just ashy. And all he does is talk shit all day. The same way Judge Joe Brown was on Kwame Brown's channel talking shit, and they would just let him talk shit. That's what y'all do with Trick Daddy. Just let these old ass niggas say anything they want to say, no matter how ridiculous they sound, no matter how what they're saying is, oh, that's just his opinion. Yes, your opinion is actually trash. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to sit up here and tell you that your opinion is trash and unfounded and misinformed, grossly misinformed. You just want some attention, Trick Daddy, and you figure, who the fuck can I talk about that will get me attention? Let me talk about Beyonce. The Beehive is tearing his ass up, but let me tell you something, Beehive, y'all got to grow up and stop falling for the dumb shit. These people are using you for attention. Trick Daddy knows good and goddamn well that Beyonce can sing. And nobody needs to prove it to him. He is nobody to prove anything to anyway. Let's really keep it real. Yes, okay, we love the hits from the 90s. Great. Happy, great. But when you start talking, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut your damn mouth. Then Trina, she posted IG and said, bitch, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. She will forever be the queen. Don't put no damn tubs of honey or bumblebees in my damn comments. Don't do it. I ain't got shit to do with that. You see how she was like, I ain't got shit to do with that. You stand on your own with that shit. When you start talking about Beyonce and them, you on your own, bitch. You on your own. Anyways, Tristan. So what y'all think? Y'all think Beyonce can't sing? Y'all tell me what y'all think of these comments. I haven't asked y'all what y'all thought. I'm sure you're going to get down in the comments and tell me what you think anyway. So go ahead and do that. Community Dick. Community fucking Dick Thompson. Tricky Dicky Tristan, Community Dick, third trimester. I mean, girl, Khloe, this is crazy. I'm trying to figure out where Khloe's self-esteem is. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out, because this nigga keeps putting your ass through it. He keeps putting you through it. They said they broke up. I don't believe it. First of all, please don't take offense to this cancer gang, but she's a cancer. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute for her to really be like, you know what, but it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take her a minute. I don't know how many more times he got to embarrass her. Maybe he needs to have a child on her. Doesn't he have a kid on the way or something? Maybe that's what needs to happen for Khloe to get her shit together. He comes out of the room with 3 women looking disheveled. What? This is just after you was on TV, on national TV, on the, the end of, I don't have any earrings on. I just realized that. On the end of Keeping Up with Kardashians reunion, talking about y'all still together and all this other stuff, and you gonna work it out and all this other shit. What was she saying on there, child? Khloe, you are so stupid. Khloe has changed her body, and it's so sad because a lot of these non-black women are changing their bodies to attract black men because the black men have put them up and uplifted them, but they don't even know, honey. The Yelp reviews, 1 stars. 1 stars. You have changed your body to attract black men, and they have not treated you any better than they treat black women. They treat you probably worse. Have you ever noticed that? Y'all notice these girls are getting their bodies changed. They changing everything to be more desirable, and the type of men they keep attracting are men who see them as objects and don't really see the humanity in them. They don't care about you. And you changing your body to look more and more like a blow-up doll, to be just a hole when he gets home from sticking his dick in other holes. And you just sitting there, Khloe. They said this is the girl's karma, that Tristan is sending you through it because of how you did all your friends and how you move through this world. And then you said that Jordan Woods, does Jordan owe you an apology, or does Tristan owe you an apology? And are you going to apologize to who? Trina, Lauren London, who else? Larsa Pippen. Who are you going to apologize to, Khloe? Maybe that's why Tristan sent you to an early labor. Maybe that's why you losing your edges and your nostrils, apparently, because I don't know where that nose has gone, girl. You have changed your body to attract, because I don't think, honestly, the way that Khloe, listen to what I'm saying, the way that Khloe, Kim, and Kylie have changed their bodies to attract these kind of men, and they are not getting treated any different. Look at how Kanye has done Kim. She in there crying in the passenger seat in the middle of Wyoming, trying to get this man to come back home. Look at Kylie. She was first, being groomed by the predator Tyga when she was, 16? Look at the type of men you're attracting. You done changed your body. You want to look like a black woman, and look what you're attracting. Be mindful. Be mindful, because they have uplifted you to believe that, yeah, you're more desirable than black women, but guess what? We ain't going to treat you no different. We're going to embarrass the dog shit out of you, put you in an early labor, have you losing your edges. And look how you're treated. And now y'all sitting up there attracting these broken ass black men. Look at Lamar. One thing I could say about Khloe, she was smart. She was half smart not to have no baby by Lamar Odom. Act like she couldn't have no baby. But then, and it's so funny because Rodney said, you went out and you gave Tristan's last name. There's no way that name would have been on my baby. There's no way. You should have named that baby True Kardashian. That's where the equity lies. The equity doesn't lie in the community dick. Safaree this week, Safaree has a new stunt he's pulling on the third ring in the circus. Down here, you're going to see Safaree Samuels, and he is decided that he is going to bleach his skin. This is what he's saying this week. Last week, his house was robbed. The week before that, we got an announcement that his side chick was pregnant. A week before that, Erica filed for divorce. What did I say about Safaree and Erica and their antics and their sideshow circus antics? They did everything that's happening with Erica and Safaree. They did it for TV. And so now they going through it. And Safaree doesn't know any other way than to be the fucking sideshow. And every week he's down here shucking and jiving for people. He done shucked all the way to the damn bleaching cream aisle. And that's what he wants to do next. He just wants attention. He wants people to talk about him. He doesn't care. It's a sickness at this point. It is a sickness. I was even online looking up what is there some kind of attention whore disorder that social media is cultivating within human beings, because Safaree Samuels every week since the beginning of this year has pulled a fucking stunt, him and Erica. So you telling me then I think like Cynthia G be saying some real shit. Like she really be saying that you guys really want to you really just want to be white men. You go and you have a baby with a non-black woman. You produce a baby who doesn't look like nothing like your grandmama, nothing like your mama, nothing. And then you say, I'm going to go bleach my skin. Safaree. I think maybe Safaree wants people to be like, you don't need to bleach, Safaree. Go ahead, baby. Erase yourself. Don't nobody give a fuck. The next sideshow, next season, we're going to say, look at the translucent Safaree Samuels. You can see right through his ass now. Because nobody don't give a fuck. Bleach away, nigga. Bleach a fucking way. Please. Bleach away. You desperate for attention. And y'all act like it's just women that be on the internet desperate for attention. These men are so desperate for their egos. Safaree done made a OnlyFans. He done married some girl he don't even know. Had a baby, another baby on the way with a girl he don't even know. The only reason why he got with her is so he can have babies that have hair like hers. It's the self-hate for me. It's the self-hatred for me. Michael B. Jordan. Let's see what time. Okay, Michael B. Jordan. He is being called out for cultural appropriation. He created a rum brand called Juve, which is named after a celebration in Trinidad. And he is African American. Girl, what did you think? Why would you name that? Whose idea was that? And who said, let's go along with it? You don't have no heritage from over there. None. And you're going to take that name, not even a play on the name, but that name of a fucking festival, of a culture and a community that you do not belong to, and you want to make some money off of it, off of some rum at that, oh, we know what your plan was. And it's probably because you got some white people over there with you, Michael B. Jordan. I guarantee that. But you're going to say it's black owned. You're going to put your face in it. But we know who's really behind it, because there's no way in the world that y'all could have sat in a meeting and said, we are going to take the name of a festival, of a community and a culture that we do not belong to, and we're going to name our rum that, and we're going to sell some rum. He came out later. Nicki Minaj even got involved, because, you know, she's from Trinidad. And she said, yeah, you got to do something about that. We can't do that. That's not what we're going to do. So he said he apologized and said he was learning, you know, learning. You learning. The same way you learned how to take that dark-skinned black woman from Raising Dion and the little black boy from Raising Dion and change their look so your leading lady could be racially ambiguous. He's agreed to rename it. Fuck Michael B. Jordan. He ain't shit, old performative ass nigga. Kevin Hart and Will Smith sat down for a Father's Day special. This is from the Jasmine brand. Basically, Kevin Hart said that his daughter let him know that the jokes that you tell about my mother, I'm not with that shit. You be cheating on her mother. They got on his ass about that. And it's crazy because it's like, it goes to show, and it's evidence of how selfish Kevin Hart is. And a lot of men who operate like that. And it's so funny because we use these celebrities to talk about, but there are a lot of people who agree and align with the way that they think. We just use the celebrities because they're public figures to discuss behaviors that a lot of people demonstrate, right? So Kevin Hart said that you don't realize the impact of your mistakes on your children. What? That's what I said. Y'all be just letting these niggas say anything and sounding crazy as fuck. You mean to tell me you are so self-involved and self-absorbed that you don't realize that your mistakes are going to affect your children? And you're a public figure? Okay. The problem is that a lot of black men, a lot of men do not realize, and unfortunately, it's really sad that they don't see the humanity in women until they have a daughter. And I can say that, but I know that when the daughter gets a certain age, that the father is no longer going to see her as his daughter. He's now going to see her as a regular woman, because from the beginning, he doesn't have a respect for women. If you had a respect for women, it would not take you to have a daughter to see the humanity in women. What about your mom? What about your motherfucking mama, nigga? What about your grandmother? What about your sister? What about your aunt? But you don't understand how you treat women until you looking at someone that came from you, that looks like you, and is telling you, I don't like your behavior. And now all of a sudden you realize it. But you know, the novelty runs off. They wear off because they end up treating their daughters like shit the way that they treat other women like shit. The novelty wears off. Trust me. I know. Anyways, it's crazy because then he go back to cheating on, then he cheated on Tori, then he cheated on Nico. So you really, what you saying about your daughter and how, oh my God, it really hurts when the child says something, you really don't give a fuck because you didn't go to a Nico, you didn't go to your daughter's mother, you went to a Nico and you cheated on her. So you didn't really change, you didn't really see the humanity in a daughter, because otherwise you would have changed and you wouldn't have done that to a Nico, huh? That's what I'm saying. Y'all be just saying anything. Anyways, y'all, I'm done talking because I don't want to get upset. My blood pressure over Kevin Hart. Child, please. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let me know what you think about the trending topics. It was a lot. I got them in there in 30 minutes. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.